Good afternoon. I'd like to call the board meeting of the Carpinteria Unified School District to order. If you all please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll move on to the C2, which is the closed session report.
Is that me?
Yes.
The governing board for the Carpinteria Unified School District took action in closed session to uphold the superintendent's recommendation that pursuant to Education Code Section 44929.21 to non-reelect probationary certified employee for the 2020 to 2021 school year.
And moving on to C3, can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the February 25th meeting?
So moved.
I'll second.
Any comments or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
And we'll move on to D, to approve, or C4, to approve the agenda and the consent agenda.
We're going to pull J2, correct?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andy.
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any other comments? All those in favor?
A roll call.
Sorry.
Michelle.
Aye.
Andy.
Aye.
Sally.
Aye.
And I'm aye.
Thank you. Okay. And so we move on to public interest reports and presentations. And first of all, you have a report, Ariana?
CHS held its annual college fair for 9th through 11th grade students. Over 25 college students and universities sent recruiters to the fair. The fair was part of Higher Education Week and sponsored by UCSB EAOP program. Seniors are beginning to receive acceptance letters from colleges. The month of March is a month colleges notify accepted students. Tomorrow, 9th grade Avid students will be visiting Pepperdine University. This trip is sponsored by Kelsoap. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to E2, recognitions.
Thank you. I'd like to begin with the high school in Rincon. On behalf of Principal Corneo, he'd like to recognize Nellie Galvez, who is the former CHS office coordinator. She came out of retirement to work at the high school while they were in search of a new office coordinator. Her willingness to support CHS students and teachers demonstrates her commitment and dedication to the high school. On behalf of the middle school, Principal O'Shea would like to recognize Kelly Flores, our special education teacher, for being a champion of inclusion and planning engaging workability assignments. On behalf of Canalino and the family school, Principal Pursoon would like to recognize bus driver Tammy Moreno for her special care and enthusiastic, personalized greetings for students with IEPs who ride her bus. Her rapport with parents, students, and staff members goes above and beyond the call. Tammy always makes sure that the students start and end their day with a smile and love from her. And then on behalf of Principal Fox, Aliso, and Summerlin, Principal Fox would like to recognize Rory's Ice Cream for their contributions to Aliso and Summerlin schools. Each month, they dedicate a day where a percentage of their profits are donated to the parent groups. These donations help support field trips and other fun events at both schools. We thank them and appreciate their ongoing support.
It's easy to support Rory's.
Yes.
It is.
In E3 is your superintendent's report.
Yes, thank you. So I'll continue with their appreciation. I'd like to recognize Assistant Superintendent Maureen Fitzgerald and Administrative Assistant Monica Thomas, who are sitting over on the side here, for taking care of the superintendent's office while I was on sick leave. Thank you to both of you very much. I'd also like to thank Lisa Main, Benefits Specialist, for arranging the annual employee health screening. The next item that I wanted to discuss is the coronavirus, and I'd like to read the latest update that was disseminated to staff and families. It's also been posted on our website. Dear staff and families, we are meeting regularly with the County Public Health, Office of Emergency Management, and county schools to receive guidance and information on our district response to the coronavirus or COVID-19. We've also received guidance from the California Department of Public Health to assist us in preparing for the possible impacts of COVID-19. So we have measures already underway to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Number one, we're encouraging all students, families, and staff to take everyday preventive actions. Stay home when sick. Use respiratory etiquette. Cover your cough with your sleeve and wash hands frequently. I'd like to remind everyone that student absences due to illness are excused and make-up work is available, and our employees also have paid sick leave. We've enhanced cleaning and disinfection at the schools. We will exclude students, teachers, or staff who have traveled these last 14 days to areas identified by CDC as Level 3 travel health notice, which includes China, Japan, Korea, Italy, and Iran. We exclude those who have been in close contact with someone diagnosed with COVID-19 from the school for 14 days from the day of their last exposure. We are restricting district-sponsored travel to just within the state of California. We have no student outreach to nursing homes, and we will continue to communicate with the school community. The good news I have, as of today, there are still no identified cases of the coronavirus in Santa Barbara County. Measures that we will take if there are community transmission cases of COVID-19, but no individuals within the school test positive. We will consult with County Public Health, Office of Emergency Management, and county schools to determine a specific course of action. We will continue to maintain regular communication with staff and families, and will remind students and families and staff to stay home if any fever or respiratory infection, if they have any respiratory infection symptoms. However, these are the measures we will take if student, teacher, or staff member tests positive for COVID-19 and have exposed others at school. We will again consult with County Public Health, Office of Emergency Management, and county schools to determine school closure, the length of closure time based on the risk level within our community, and readmission criteria after the school closures. We'll also follow the CDC guidelines for additional cleaning procedures to be deployed at the school prior to reopening. We will maintain regular communication with staff and families about the school closures, and we are developing a plan for continuing online learning only for high school students. And we want to remind everybody that if they have any concerns or questions, they're to contact their school principal. And also, we will keep you informed because our information continues to be updated. Okay.
Thank you very much.
And then I have another item that I wanted to share that's related to our enrollment data. According to School Services of California, California's population growth is showing a 7.8% increase for the next 10 years when it had been 14.8% 10 years ago. So low birth rate and net negative migration are contributing to declining K-12 school enrollment. And that's what we see in Carpinteria. 10 years ago, our district population was 2,327, and currently it's 2,150. Our TK and kindergarten registration began on February 18th, and the lotteries for the Canalino Dual Language Immersion Program and Carpinteria Family School will be held on Thursday, April 2nd at 5:30 in the district office. This week, we are holding elementary parent conferences during our minimum days, and working with our families to support student learning is a professional expectation and standard for all of our teachers. We know that effective teachers develop strong partnerships with families to ensure student support and success. These spring parent conferences provide the opportunity for parents to learn more about student progress in achieving grade level standards by June and strategies to assist their students at home. Teachers also reinforce good nutrition and sleeping habits, as well as our expectation that all students are reading every night for at least 30 minutes. Good news about the Carpinteria Education Foundation. They're sponsoring their 28th annual Orchard to Ocean 10K, 5K, and 1 mile fun run on Saturday, this Saturday, March 14th. This year, the start and finish is at the Carpinteria Middle School, and all proceeds benefit CUSD, so please join us in your finest St. Patrick's Day race gear. So for more information, you can log on to their website at carpedfoundation.org. The Rotary Club of Carpinteria supports and promotes instrumental music in the district by raising funds at their 11th annual talent showcase. They have raised approximately $100,000 to purchase musical instruments, uniforms, sheet music, and supplies, as well as providing for student scholarships to advance individual talents and interests. So please join us on March 14th, Saturday night, after the race at 6 p.m. at the Alcazar Theater for this variety talent show that includes singing, strumming, dancing, jazz, classical, and folk music, as well as our CMS String Orchestra and our CMS Ukulele Club will perform. So join us, please. And finally, Measure U update. At Canalino, construction for Phase 3 is underway. Work is about 20% complete on Phase 3, and it's on schedule for completion in early June. We're planning for the summer 2020 modernization projects at both Aliso and the high school, and reminding everybody those campuses will be significantly impacted. Aliso modernization will occur in Building A and Building E. At CHS, the modernization will continue in the B and F wings and will be completed by the start of school. In July, we're also going to start modernizing the gym and the administration building. And interim housing will be provided to the admin staff, and the gym, locker rooms, and weight room will be moved to the former workshop. With the board approval of the Summerlin project changes, the Measure U team is continuing the coastal development permit process with the county so they can begin their design work. And finally, Measure U would like to thank the 2 members of the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee. They've served their 3-year term limit, and will be leaving as of March 10th. Mary Beth Carter and Aaron Lent have been invaluable to the committee in its mandated oversight function, and we will miss their thoughtful work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. E4 is Dr. Fox from Aliso is going to tell us about the California Distinguished School Award.
So, thank you very much. I'm here to thank you for recognizing us tonight. Aliso, we're very happy and proud to be recognized as a distinguished school. And we thank you for the opportunity to have attended the Distinguished School Award. It was a great experience. We had a lot of fun. It was the team was very appreciative of representing all the teachers at Aliso. But when you go as a smaller team like that, you have a chance to bond and get to know each other in a little different way than you would just on school site. So we had an enjoyable time. Let's see. Oops. So Distinguished School, we got the Distinguished Award based on our ability to start closing the achievement gap. So we've been working really hard at Aliso to find ways that can support our students that are performing, our English learners, our special ed, all the students that are underachieving, and start closing that achievement gap. And we're making little gains, and it's showing. So we're very happy about that. Let's see here. So when we went to the ceremony, we were there with about 2,200 other educators. There were quite a few people there, also recognizing their schools. Tony Thurman, the superintendent of schools, was there, and we really were impressed with his speech and his. He talked about his challenges growing up of overcoming poverty, and he was. Talked about how schools were so important in his life, and great schools and great teachers, and so it was very encouraging, and we really had a great time listening to him, and we were inspired. There were also students from other schools within the area that were singing and dancing and putting on a show, and it was very entertaining. So this was us the night of the award. We had a little bit of trouble getting in to have our official picture taken. The line was very, very long. It was like a 3 or 4 hour wait just to get your picture taken. So we opted for an alternate version of that so that we didn't have to wait in that line. So that was us. One of the things when we turned in our application is that we had to have a school picture, and so all the school pictures were displayed through the TVs throughout the auditorium, and Aliso got a big cheer when we got up there. So it was fun. But I wanted to talk a little bit about what we're doing and what we're continuing to do to continue to close that achievement gap. As you know, Exploration Lab is a big part of our day, and so we're providing our students a lot of hands-on activities and making sure that they have the opportunity to practice those creative thinking skills, critical thinking skills, the communication, the problem solving. So we do that in our exploration lab. And then also, there's a picture there too of students in our GATE program that Teresa Kuntz is working with for Project Lead the Way. So all those hands-on activities are helping our students be able to challenge themselves and to think creatively and critically. We're very happy that one of the things that we're trying to do is really get parents engaged, and our PFA is really working hard at trying to get parents more involved in activities. We have a strong climate committee that is organizing family picnics and other type of activities to get parents involved. Our ELAC team is also working to get parents involved, so we're seeing a lot more parent engagement at school, and that's exciting. We're continuing to honor our students. We had a reclassification ceremony this year. Our English learners are really working towards proficiency in English. We're honoring our kindergartners and all grade levels for their outstanding achievement, so that's done monthly. So we're continuing to do those type of things. And then just, again, allowing our students to display their knowledge in different ways. There's a second grade class that's doing their math, and they're using their whiteboards to show their thinking. During our ELAC meeting, we had a hands-on activity where parents got to work with their students, building something from marshmallows and toothpicks. We're showing them how easy it is to have supplies at home and how to work with your child and let them be creative. And she built a replica of the La Purísima mission that they had just gone to the week before, so I thought that was very cool. And another thing that she had said, her mother was helping her and build something, and she was kind of pushing her mom out of the way, and her mom got her own marshmallows, and she says, oh good, I can do this by myself. She goes, because I want to be an engineer. And so that was really exciting for me to hear that. So we're seeing that change in attitude of students and the creativity they're doing. And then this was us at another picture of the team. So Don Piccoletti, Brett Weiberg, Jen Clark, myself, and Mary Lewandowski, and who's not pictured there is Diana, who was also there. And so I just want to thank you for the opportunity for us to go and participate in that. It was a great experience, and we really loved it. And I showed you earlier, but we did receive an award that shows us as a distinguished school, and we'll have that up in the office. And then on the 18th, we'll be celebrating as a staff, and also raising the distinguished school flag over our campus. And so we'll be proud to hang that for a couple years, so hopefully longer. So
Great.
thank you.
Congratulations.
And thank you, Michelle, and your staff for bringing recognition to Carpinteria as
Yeah.
well as to Aliso.
They're
So
a great
thank you.
staff, and they deserve a lot of applause. They work very, very hard, and so
Thank
I'm
you.
proud of them.
Great. So we'll celebrate with the staff on the 18th.
Yeah, and everybody's welcome to.
Join us. Thank you,
Any
Michelle.
questions or?
Good job.
No? Okay, perfect.
And E5 is public comment on items not on this agenda. Monica?
We do have two public comments. Sorry. Alitza Gonzalez.
Hello, my name is Alitza Gonzalez, and I'm a senior at Carpinteria High School. We, the students of Carpinteria High School, are frustrated that the status of one of our beloved teachers, Mr. Patrick Chaplin, is being terminated. We are aware that his position is being taken away without any given reason, leaving him with no job for the next year and leaving the students of Carpinteria High School to be left without a more than qualified physics teacher. Mr. Chaplin started teaching at the beginning of the 2018 to 2019 school year, and many of the students of Carpinteria High School were able to get to know him on an academic level and some on a more personal level. Mr. Chaplin always tries to ensure that his students are caught up with assignments and that they understand the logic of whatever they are learning. Mr. Chaplin always makes a point to inform students that he was always available to overview the curriculum that they are currently learning, whether that be before school, nutrition, lunch, 7th period, and even after school. Mr. Chaplin also helped coach boys basketball last year. He would show up to every practice and every game. He did not get paid for this position, but being able to be a part of a team and help work with our student athletes was the motivation he held to help assist coach the team. Mr. Chaplin also tries to get to know the students in his classroom. He takes the time to ask students how their days are going, to ask what they do outside of school, and shows the student body that he is a helping resource. He encourages any student, despite their previous academic history, to take his regular and advanced classes to expose them to a new curriculum and new peers that they can get to know and work with. The sudden removal of his job status puts the students very much at risk. The students are not only at risk of losing a teacher, but also a resource and a role model. Many of the students, including myself, are upset with the school's decision to do this and remove a perfectly capable teacher from our campus. We are upset with the process of the situation and how administration handled it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Victoria Gonzalez.
Hello, my name is Victoria Gonzalez. I'm also a senior at Carpinteria High School. To add on to what Alitza was saying about the whole thing with Mr. Chaplin, I am as well one of the students who's frustrated, and he is a good teacher that we've grown to know and love. So I've had him since last year. He's an amazing teacher. We feel like this termination wasn't done in the best interest of the students. Our schedules and class options are already limited due to what classes are offered during specific class periods. With the removal of Mr. Chaplin, we feel like we'll be even more constricted to the classes we're able to enroll in. As students, we want to take rigorous and challenging classes, especially to make ourselves more competitive while applying to colleges, to prepare ourselves for future careers. With Mr. Chaplin not teaching here next year, the rigorous classes he already teaches won't be available for our future students to take. Even though I am a senior and am graduating in June and won't be here, the other students that will be attending next year won't have any more challenging classes to choose from. And it's a shame that we're losing such a good teacher next year. And many of us are disappointed with the decision. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. And we'll move on to H, business operations and facilities. And we'll move to warrants. Would somebody like to make a motion on the warrants?
I'd like to move to approve the warrants from 2/21 through March 2nd.
Second?
Any comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. And H2 is gifts and grants and donations. We are asked to receive a donation from Joe and Celia Macias to the CHS Band in memory of John Macias.
I'd like to move to approve with gratitude.
Second.
Comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank them both.
Yeah.
Measure U. I1 is a proposal from Kruger International for classroom furniture at Catalina Elementary School, Phase 3 modernization, purchased through Blue Space Interiors, a distributor for K1.
I'd like to move to approve.
Second?
Are there any comments or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the personnel summary.
I'd like to move to approve.
Second?
Are there any comments, questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
And board announcements. Anybody got anything exciting or would like to tell us about a school activity there? Michelle? Andy?
I'd like to thank you for all your work you're doing as an unofficial crossing guard.
It was quite exciting out there.
Yeah.
And I think they're working on a lot of things to keep it more safe for the students because it is definitely not terribly safe up there. So I know that Diana is working with the city and to ensure that our students at all the schools are kept safe. So thank you, Andy. Jamie?
Nope, nothing.
And I would encourage you to come to the Orchard to Ocean run on Saturday morning And I would like to also announce that if a student is at a running club at their school, their fee will be waived. So if you're participating in a running club at your school, please come and participate. You won't have to pay for it. So we're looking forward to a great race. It's kind of exciting if it doesn't rain. So, Monica, anything for board calendar or future agenda items?
We just have the continuation of the 2021 budget development for the next ones.
Okay. I think this meeting is adjourned.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Lost totally.